Hello everyone, this is Ankur Chaudhary from hitbullseye.com and I welcome you all in this special strategy lecture on how to ace the general awareness section in XAT. Now as we all know, XAT is one of the most popular MBA exams, probably ranking only after CAT. Also, XAT is unique in the sense that it is one of the few MBA entrance examinations which have a separate section dedicated only to questions on general awareness or general knowledge. Now, general awareness section in XAT is a part of paper 2 in terms of the exam. It is asked along with the essay questions in XAT. As far as this presentation is concerned, we will undertake an in-depth analysis of past year XAT papers, following which I will give you a methodical strategy on how to effectively and efficiently prepare for this critical section of XAT. Now, in the generic sense, general knowledge questions provide you with two very distinct and unique opportunities. First of all, of course, is higher accuracy. Now, if you know the answer to a particular GK question, there is little or no scope of confusion on your part, and it is likely that it will boost your accuracy in the exam. Secondly, since there is no analysis or calculation work involved in general knowledge, hence the time management factor is very efficient in this particular section. So you can probably allocate more time to the essay part in the paper 2 of the XAT exam. Now coming to the specific nature of general knowledge questions that are being asked in XAT previously. Now there were a couple of changes which have been introduced for XAT 2016. Let us talk about these now. With regard to level of difficulty, historically XAT has been ranked as one of the more difficult papers as far as the general knowledge section is concerned. Now, recently the XAT examiners released a notification saying that the questions will not be specific but would rather be general in nature. So, we expect that the level of difficulty as far as XAT is concerned is likely to go down. Secondly, the number of questions in the past XAT exams has not been fixed. So in 2014 we saw 20 questions, and in 2015 we saw 30 questions. So they have fixed the number of questions, and there will be 25 questions on general awareness in the XAT 2016 exam. Also, another interesting change that they have made for the GK section especially is that there will be no negative marking. So you do not have to worry about getting your negative marking high, and you can go ahead and attempt all the questions in the general awareness section. Moving on to the analysis part of this particular video presentation. So as far as XAT 2014 is concerned, we saw almost 90% of the questions, of the total number of questions being asked from the static GK part, that is the areas in general knowledge or general awareness which do not change over time. So only 10% of the questions were in fact from current affairs in 2014. However, in 2015 they sort of balanced it out, and we saw a distribution of weightage as 60:40. So what we can take from this particular table is that there is no fixed pattern as far as distribution of weightage between static and current GK is concerned. Hence, it is very important for you that you do not ignore any one part and balance out your preparations between static and current GK. Moving on, now we take a look at the area-wise analysis of the XAT 2014 and 2015 paper, specifically talking about the general awareness section. So as you can see from this table, there are certain areas like economy, international and miscellaneous which have been favorites or which have been preferred by the XAT examiners. However, there is no discernible pattern which comes out of this particular table, and hence I would recommend you that you focus equal energies on preparing each of these parts. Now, to give you a flavor or an idea about the nature and type of questions that are being asked in XAT general awareness section, now we'll take up a few easy level questions that have been asked. So the first question is, as per the Constitution of India, Which among the following is not a fundamental right granted to the citizens of India? I'm sure most of you already know the answer to this particular question. The answer, of course, is right to property. It was deleted from the Fundamental Rights or Part 3 of our Constitution in the 44th Amendment Act. Moving on to the second easy level question. Christine Lagarde is a famous tennis player of yesteryears, an American stage and screen actress, the managing director of the IMF, a chief executive officer of Nestle. Fifth is a British political activist. Now, this is also a very straightforward answer. Christine Lagarde is in news a number of times as the managing director of the International Monetary Fund. Next, I'll be taking up a couple of questions which are relatively higher in their level of difficulty so that you are better prepared to tackle the XAT General Awareness section. So the question is, which Indian region is the only place in the world where the Asiatic wild ass is found? The options are Sundarban, Leh and Ladakh, Coromandel, Run of Kutch, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So, of course, this particular question, the answer is Run of Kutch in Gujarat. Moving on to the next difficult level question. The question is, the following women have been honored with the Nobel Peace Prize except, now if you look at the options, all 5 of them are in fact Nobel Prize winners. But the question specifically asks you about the Nobel Peace Prize. So, the answer to this particular question is Doris Lessing. She won the Nobel Prize in 2007. However, in the field of literature. So now that we understand the broad type of questions that you can expect in the XAT General Awareness section, now we move on to the strategy part of this presentation. And first we'll take up how to prepare static GK. As far as static GK is concerned, these are the broad areas from which you might expect questions in the XAT General Awareness section. The sections are history, geography, economy, companies, brands, Indian polity and constitution, international and national organizations, science and technology, with a special focus on the application of science and technology. Next, fourth, and then miscellaneous. For a detailed discussion on these topics and the kind of questions that you might expect from these topics, I suggest you watch our video on how to prepare static GK for MBA entrance examinations. So now that we broadly know the areas from which you might expect questions in the XAT's General Awareness section, we move on to the preparation, how to prepare for this particular section. So it is imperative for you that you go through at least the past 3 to 4 years question papers for XAT. Again, as we saw earlier, XAT generally focuses more on Indian and world economy as well as business and corporate GK. For these particular sections, your study should be more intensive. For other section, extensive study is recommended. So it is very important for you to select the best possible resources to base your study on. So these are certain websites, india.gov.in. This of course is the official website of the Government of India. In this you will find the latest decisions and schemes released by the or launched by the Government of India. Next up is a website called ibef.org. This is a very good resource when you talk about Indian and world economic news. Also, for major other decisions taken by the Government of India, you may refer to pib.nic.in. Further, you may also refer to this particular book, that is India 2015, more popularly known as India Yearbook. This is published by the Publication Division of the Government of India. Also, you can download this absolutely free of cost from the official website of the Publication Division. A large number of publishers like Manorama, Tata McGraw-Hill, etc. publish India Yearbooks also. So these are also very good resources as far as preparation for static GK is concerned. Now you may also visit our website, that is gk.hitbullseye.com. Over here you will find a large number of comprehensive and authentic study material to prepare static GK for the XAT exam. So moving on to the current GK part or preparation for XAT general awareness section. So these are the broad areas from which you might expect questions from. World and Indian economy, as well as business and corporate news. Next, Indian polity, international and national organizations, their latest decisions and the venue of various meetings, and new developments or achievements in science and technology. Next important part is people in news, then sports, and then of course miscellaneous. Again, if you want to see a detailed discussion on the constituents of these particular areas of current GK, I suggest you watch Hit Bullseye's video called How to Prepare Current GK for MBA Entrance Examination. So moving on to how to prepare current GK for XAT. Again, you must go through the past 3 to 4 years question papers to get an idea of the type and nature of questions that are being asked. Again, the XAT examiner's focus remains more on Indian and world economy when you specifically talk about current GK. For XAT 2016, I recommend that you go through current affairs for the last 12 months from any reputed competition specific magazine like Pratyogita Darpan or Competition Success Review. Now this is an important point that I'd like to stress upon here. Generally, we associate practice with questions from mathematics or verbal ability. However, it is imperative for you to practice a large number of mock tests specifically designed to prepare for XAT general awareness section. So hitbullseye.com has a dedicated portal for general awareness section or general knowledge section, that is gk.hitbullseye.com. Over here you will find a large number of free resources as far as when you talk about comprehensive study material. So you will find a lot of material on how to prepare current GK and static GK for the XAT exam. Also, you will see a large number of video lectures, strategy and academic related. Again, in order for you to refine your preparation or test yourself before the XAT exam, you will find a large number of free tests which have been divided area wise, section wise, as well as full length mock tests. So after you take these tests with us, we will provide you with an in-depth analysis of your performance so that you can focus more on your areas of weakness and consolidate your areas of strength. Thank you so much for watching this video. To watch similar videos on strategy and academic related topics, log on to hitbullseye.com and create your free account, or you may subscribe to our YouTube channel called Hit Bullseye.